So your relationship with money has really changed and really upgraded. The way that you speak over your money and your relationship with materiality has really improved. I think there's a lot more gratitude. I think there is a bigger picture vision that you have adopted that is directly benefiting your future. Okay. What I see looking into the future, given all of this work that you've done and all of this healing you've done around money, is a complete closing of a chapter that, and like the vision that I got, because I've tried to film this a couple of times, but the vision I got was like different cycles, different rings, right? And it's like it started out really big and then it got smaller, 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 of maybe like saving money and then spending it all at once, right? Or really, really healing your relationship and then you hit like a rough patch and then it's like all hope is lost, right? It's that extreme of stability and then instability that you're healing to where you're coming to like a midland, right? This is nervous system healing. This is healing your relationship with stability. This is root chakra work, and you've done a fabulous job. And what I'm seeing here is an opportunity for rest that you are being encouraged to take and not fight against, which I think maybe this collective has a hard time with that. We're gonna get a little bit more about what's coming in. But it's like this opportunity for rest is one that I think initially you, or maybe in the past, right? Because I think that Justice here. I think that this incoming opportunity or offering, right, is one that maybe initially you don't want to take. Splitting to the sun, it's one that you don't want to take. But it's like, and maybe you have everything that you need. And this opportunity is just saying like, you don't need to continue adding, right? You can rest with what you have. Maybe it's that simple. Maybe it's just like, okay, great. I have everything that I need now. I can focus on moving forward, using what I have, right? Because there's a balance that's struck and you might want to fight against it, right? Your nervous system and your conditioning thus far might say like, no, I need to do more, or it's like your impulse is to continue chipping away at your foundation as a means of continuing that cycle. Don't do that, okay? You want to continue speaking over your money in a way that is protective and loving and makes that money feel safe, right? Money energetically, it wants you to enjoy yourself, right? It wants you to feel safe and secure. But in turn, you also have to create a safe space for money to feel good enough to stay with you, right? If we're thinking of this in terms of just energy, right? So balance is being struck here. The question is, are you going to are you gonna keep it in balance is the question. Let's get more. So this opportunity to slow down is kind of targeting your relationship with instant gratification and just like that dopamine rot, right? Like those dopamine hits that you get from, I don't know, just having a phone. You're being asked to kind of put your foot down in the foundation that you have created. 333 on the timer, and I did see 321. So if you've been seeing a lot of like ascending or descending numbers, that could be really significant here because it's indicating not only the continued effort but also the payoff from the continued effort, and indicating things that are coming like in perfect time, even if those numbers are out of order, like 1324, right? It's less about it's less about what you need and more about your satisfaction. It's less about the future and more about right now. Do you see? And so I'm seeing some like emotional attachment here to more. It's almost like if you're scratching an itch and you're not satisfied until you bleed, it's like, but you gotta stop scratching, dude. And I think that used to be much more intense. Witch and root. What did I say? That used to be much more intense, and now you're getting to a point where I think that you're being much more soft and sensitive with yourself. Humility coming out in its it's reversed. Humility, keeping up appearances. You might really enjoy just like what is shiny and new, but what about what you already have? You know, and I struggle with this too. But you know, because it's like, you want new things, you want nice things, but every time you get an influx of money, you're spending it all on new nice things. And then when those things get old, you know, like it's like you need to replace all of them, but they're still good is the thing. Open and practice. You're being asked to, you know, with Joy at the bottom here, you're being asked to take a different approach, like kind of open up your scope a little bit, widen your scope a little bit about how you can like see these things, like how you can use these things. Trigger coming out here. It's interesting with breathe. It's like the drop of a hat. Hang on. I guess I wonder like how hypervigilant, how sensitive you are. And like, cause I see you here, it's like there's not enough trust in money itself. And I know that like the look of things might indicate something about like the future, you know, if money is all of a sudden slow, or, you know, it's turned into a trickle instead of a steady stream, right? The mindset thing, again, it's like you've done all of this work. Are you gonna completely switch up on yourself? Because that complete switching up on yourself, let me just point this out. If you completely switch up on yourself and you don't hold that gratitude and that hope and that appreciation for what you do have, if you completely switch up and you start stressing and you start coming from a place of lack instead of a place of gratitude, if you lose sight of all of that as soon as money gets sparse, then you are perpetuating the cycle. Even though there's no money to spend, you're doing it in your head, because and that is the cycle right there. Do you see? So when it becomes challenging, right, in the past, when it has become challenging in the past, what did your brain say? And if you're even sniffing scarcity right now, what is your brain saying? The star. What is your brain saying? Right? Because you want longevity. I can see that you want longevity. You want something that lasts. And you want something that you can be proud of. But the illusion is what gets you. And I think with that Three of Swords and that Ace of Cups, that's really interesting. Yeah, Eight of Cups, that's really interesting, because then the sun just went behind the clouds. It just got dark. This is like completely, like, you take this real personal. You know, money does not want you to take it personal and get in full body chills. Money is not trying to say anything about you, right? Though it does say something about you. It's more your relationship with money that says something about it. Money is not trying to offend you. Money is not trying to hurt you. So your lack of money doesn't say anything about you or your character. So it shouldn't necessarily say anything about your confidence. You have worked hard on your relationship with money. Does the lack of it affect your belief? Inspiration. Do you become uninspired when you don't have money? It's like you're deflated, right? It's like, if I don't have money, I'm depressed. If I don't have money, I'm stressed out. And it's like, well, okay, like that, though that is understandable, it's also contrary to all of what you've been putting in, right? Anticipation here. It is contrary to the work that you have put in. It is, I mean, like backpedaling. Inspiration, anticipation, communication, peace, and then balance in reverse with preparation, guardianship on the split. Hang on. Yeah, I think you need to check your motivations here really quick, just really quick. I think that it's about, you know, you're shifting into a more material space and you're being asked to catch it in like an appearances, more of a vain space. And you're being asked to catch it really quick so that you don't perpetuate that cycle. all of the purchases that you make, all of the speaking that you do over your finances, it needs to be for your health and your longevity, right? Not for vanity, not for what, the material surface level impulsive desires are. It's for you and your long-term health and